We begin in the Middle East. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dismissed accusations of starving Palestinians to death in Gaza. Speaking to American media, Netanyahu said that the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant against him was based on a pack of lies. He added that the World Court was creating false symmetries between a democratically elected government and Hamas. The International Criminal Court's prosecutor has sought an arrest warrant for Israel's Prime Minister and Defense Minister while accusing them of starvation as a weapon of war. Now, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the charges are outrageous and that the World Court prosecutor was acting like a rogue agent. The Israeli Prime Minister says that he has in fact allowed entry of 500,000 tons of humanitarian aid into Gaza. And now the Israeli leader has dragged its biggest ally, the United States, into its disagreement with the World Court. Netanyahu said that he was not using starvation as a weapon of war, claiming that the United States had more malnutrition-related deaths when compared to Gaza. He said, quote, "There are 23 or 30 cases of malnutrition in a population of 2 million. The United States in 2022 had 20,000 deaths of malnutrition. That's 3 times more than in Gaza," end quote. Now, despite what appeared to be an attack, Netanyahu did thank the White House for calling out the ICC for demanding arrest warrants against the Israeli leadership. Meanwhile, as the Israeli Prime Minister battles it out with the International Criminal Court, a bigger diplomatic challenge has him cornered as more nations agree to recognize Palestine as an independent state. Just yesterday, Norway, Ireland, and Spain announced their support for Palestine, and now Colombia will open its embassy in Palestine. Now, in response, Israel has recalled its ambassadors from these countries, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has also accused them of rewarding terrorism.
The intention of several European countries to recognize a Palestinian state is a reward for terrorism. 80% of the Palestinians in Judea and Samaria support the terrible massacre of October 7th. This evil cannot be given a state. This would be a terrorist state. It will try to repeat the massacre of October 7th again and again. We will not consent to this. Rewarding terrorism will not bring peace, and neither will it stop us from defeating Hamas.
With international pressure mounting on Netanyahu and thousands rallying at home calling for him to step down, the Prime Minister's days in office look to be numbered. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.